Americanism, not globalism, will be our credo. As your president, I will do everything in my power to protect our LGBTQ citizens from the violence and oppression of a hateful foreign ideology. Believe me. An attack on law enforcement is an attack on all Americans. I have a message to every last person threatening the peace on our streets and the safety of our police. When I take the oath of office next year, I will restore law and order to our country.
All right, and San Diego 6 News contributor Kimberly Dvorak was in Cleveland last week and is back with the inside scoop from the convention. Good morning. I know a lot of controversy, mixed reviews on how this went, as always when you have an event such as this one. The big topic this time was security. Obviously, the security of our police officers and others while attending. You being there firsthand, what did you witness?
Well, I'm not certain what convention the mainstream media went to, but if you were able to get down on the floor and get and talk to the delegates, this was an absolutely different. This was definitely a unifying measure, maybe not with the elite establishment GOP members, but certainly with the delegates and the people that attended. Kudos to the city of Cleveland, who put on a spectacular event. Law enforcement that had law enforcement from all over the country, including our own California Highway Patrol, made the trip out there, and they seamlessly worked together to make sure that the convention goers as well as the people in Cleveland were safe. There were relatively few incidents. They were allowed to protest in certain areas. I saw at one point a Black Lives Matter gal wearing a t-shirt actually hug a police officer. The outpouring of support for the law enforcement there was the most unbelievable experience I've ever seen. I've never seen that before.
And coming together like that is exactly what people need to do in order to hopefully solve this problem in the near future. What was it like from inside? Obviously, a lot of hate on Clinton, people chanting "lock her up" at one point, and Ted Cruz also another controversial speech.
Well, 2 points on the Ted Cruz. First, the Trump campaign got to read that speech 2 hours before and still let him go on and speak his mind. And if there was any doubt of unity within the party at that point, there were a lot of people who actually were like on the fence with Trump and weren't sure. And they said after they listened and heard Ted Cruz speak that he actually turned them into not only Trump supporters but Trump defenders. And of course, his hour-long speech on Thursday night, I think, further, cemented his vote within middle-class America. And he was telling, union members and people who are really been left behind in this economy, I'm for you. And sprinkled throughout the entire convention were, of course, his children, who were fantastic people. And they spoke about it, and the whole thing was they told everything through the first person type thing, that this is what my dad's going to do for you, and actually reached out to people. And so by and large, everything went off without a hitch. Of course, the media had to find things to talk about, but on the ground there, they had a really good time. Cleveland did a great job. Quick shout out to the Union Club of Cleveland. That was my headquarters where I stayed, and it was an eventful week. And look forward to seeing what the Democrats have to come up with this week.
Exactly. So as that wraps up, now we wait for the big Democratic National Convention. That's going to kick off tomorrow.
And all their email scandals.
A lot more excitement up ahead on that one. The drama continues. Thank you, Kimberly. Really appreciate it. We'll see you back next weekend. A lot of people